started as a simple idea. Produce 1 million liters of oil in a single calendar year. No shortcuts, no handouts, just me, a line of credit, and a stretch of land here in Ray County, Missouri. The rules are simple. I've got 10 years to build an operation capable of doing the impossible. The first few months, I can't plant, I can't build. I can only take contracts. How well I do determines everything. My budget, my line of credit, and how far this dream can go. To hit the goal, I'll need 18 oil factories and more than 2 million liters of crops. Canola, sunflower, or even rice, we'll see. But there's a catch. If my net worth ever drops below zero, it's over. The bank freezes me out and I am forced to sell to stay alive. So here in Ray County, it's not just about farming anymore. It's about building an empire 1 liter at a time. This is the 1 million liter oil challenge. Welcome to another new series on the channel. It's the oil challenge. We're gonna have to make and produce 1 million liters of oil in a single calendar year. We are setting 10 years, but this is one of those challenges where it might take longer. We're gonna move through this one a little bit slower than we did the chicken challenge. Each video will be a little bit shorter and the amount of time in game we get through will probably be a little bit less. We're gonna chill a little bit more on this series. We are in Ray County, Missouri. No Creeks Farm made this map a while ago and I've been itching to get to it. Finally found something that I think would be really good for it. So some of the guidelines we did talk about in the intro, but we are going to have from August to December to do contracts and really maximize what our income is. You can see we have $0 right now. Jumping into my line of credit mod, we can see if we apply for credit, nothing happens. We come out here and we should get a little bit of a message, but I think stuff is delayed. There it is. There it is, unable to apply for credit. So we do have $0. We got to make some money to be able to do that. And so the idea with this series is this line of credit is going to be available to us, but in the default mode. So as we earn money, we'll be able to then build equity or build enough collateral for the bank to give us the line of credit. So the idea is we got to make as much money as possible the rest of this calendar year to get us a good jump start. This is going to be a huge effort here. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to go. Let's take a look at contracts though. This is the way we are going to start. And well, right now, not a lot to do. If we look at the map here, beautiful map, actual real life location, we can see nothing's ready to harvest. There's a little field here, a little field there, but they're not showing up in the contracts. So we're going to have to, settle for what's available to us. And I think we're going to start with some dead wood. And if I remember right, I don't even have. How are we going to do this? So borrowing is going to cost us money. So we're going to get about 700 from this one. If we tried to do the wood transportation, we'll lose 200. Yeah, and then we do have the better contracts going. So from what I understand, if we do work in field 39, we can start getting a discount to buying 39. So those are things we're going to think about. Fertilizer's out of the question right now because we can't afford to buy fertilizer. I say we go with this. We'll borrow an item. It's gonna be a grind. Let's see where we're going. We don't know this map very well. Actually, not too shabby. Okay, so we're gonna come out here and we're gonna wanna go south, I believe. Let's take a look at the map again. We're gonna head north to get to the main highway. And then we will get there. So just gonna be careful here. Not 100% sure where we're going. So we're gonna do the map big. So I turn this way. We'll get to know this map pretty quick. Yep, that seems good. So now we come up here. There should be a intersection. Oh, maybe I'm looking at the railroad. How do we get down there? Oh, we just follow this around. We loops around. And one of the limitations I do want to put on myself here is going to be a one contract at a time. So we can't just borrow a bunch of equipment, have a ton of workers out there doing a ton of contracts. It's got to be one at a time. We can use workers when it makes sense. But that's going to be the limitation. Just so we can't get like 3 cultivating contracts and bust those out, though we probably won't even see those this time of year. Or maybe weeding or something like that. What a gorgeous map, though. Kind of getting my live view of it the first time around. I think we keep following this road, and it's going to take us back to the location on the map we need to be. All right, I'll see you there. Okay, I feel like we somewhat see the end of the map. We're going to want to turn this direction. I don't see these logs. Okay, we're driving through the forest now. Is there just gonna be, oh, there's like a creek here. Going right towards the icon now. Don't tell me this isn't gonna work on this map. Should have tested this, Chris. All right, we're on foot. Let's see if we can find the logs. Oh, look at this. This is awesome. Okay, so now we're kind of stuck here. Yep, that's unfortunate. Gotta really figure out how to drive successfully around here. No one said it was gonna be easy, guys. Even with super strength, it's not easy to get this truck where we need it to be. Let's get the settings. Pause. Crop destructions will be on, PR plowing off, field stones will be off, weeds will be on, disasters will be enabled, and automatic start, we do not want that on. And trailer fill limit, I'm kind of tempted to play that way eventually, but we really haven't done that yet. All right, so this, not excited about this. All right, so we are in the forks, or the log grapple now. And let's see if we can figure this out. It's been a long time. And we need to do this. No, we're still driving? Is there another view? Like, what is this view? Oh, this is it right here. Okay, this is what we want. We want to rotate it, and then... Oh, nope. We want to go down. Okay, but we weren't low enough. Oh, boy. Oh, I guess I could see why we could still drive. Let's lift that up, rotate it over, lower it down. Now try to close it. Oh, man. Okay, now we rotate. Nope. Rotate this way. And lift it a little bit more. Gosh. I am struggling. We always knew that was going to be the case. This should be interesting to edit. And my goodness, dude, how big is this trade you made? All right, it does have an end to it. Okay. That's awesome. I love it. Okay, so we have kind of a messy first load here. I want to see what the percentage is going to be on this, because this is going to take all day. It's not like we have other contracts in August. But I might take some liberties because this isn't fun. I wanted to have fun. All right, apparently this is the location to drop them off. And where would that be? I don't believe this is it. What is this icon? Train? All right, let's unstrap these. I don't know if this is going to be the right spot, but we're going to try. Nothing happening when I click here. Sell wood. Sell wood. Let's, we're just testing this out to see if we're going to abandon this or not. Okay, why? Why did that? Is it over here or something? Is it way back here? We got one to sell. I don't see... Oh, it is over there. Okay. So it needs to be on that side. And we got it. So that was 36%. I'm gonna bust this out real quick. We'll get to some farming. Not my favorite, guys. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of grace there. I think if it was on flat ground, I would have had the patience to do it, but that was a little too much for a beginner on wood transportation. I don't know why. It is my kryptonite. Alrighty. let's finish our first contract and hop over here and hit R. Is this going to be enough? It was. Wood transportation done. Let's turn that in. A little cheesy to start, guys, but it is what it is. Let's collect that $4,800. And let's look at what else we have in those contracts now. Fertilizer, spraying. We do have some weeding. We got to do this. We got to do it. These are the ones that we were looking for. And it says that is a bug. It is not 96 or 94% done. I can't believe that bug isn't fixed yet. That's impressive. Pretty cool equipment here for our first weeding contract. Now, if that one was there before and I missed it, I'm a doofus, but I don't think it was. So it looks like we're going to come out here. We're going to take a right out of the dealership. Easy for me to say. Just trying to get out of the dealership I'm struggling with. So yeah, we'll take a right here. And then we'll try to find a nice little side road that takes us to the field. I'll see you there. Now, we can only have one at a time, but I am eyeing this other one that we might do. Yeah, one at a time. Actually, just thinking through the rules I'm setting up. One at a time is definitely going to limit us from being able to utilize equipment on multiple fields for the same type of contract. And I think that's a good thing because on a map like this, contracts can really make you a ton of money. So field 36 is a good size field. We're going to need good size fields long term. The better contracts mod I haven't used before. I've seen other people use it to get the discounts on buying fields. We'll learn how that works. We'll figure it all out. Too far away from the segment. There we go. Let's get it lowered. We do know that there's somewhat, oops, no, now it's lowered, an issue with precision farming and weeding contracts, but we do need to do 100%. It's just, I believe it's a UI bug here, showing 94% when it's not. So we will try our best to keep track of where we've been on this field. Oh boy, that's a pretty sweet design. I love these organic fields. These got to be realistic too. Real place in the real world. So spending a little bit of time here to talk a little bit more about the rules now that we're kind of deep into the contract things. 1 million liters of oil in the same calendar year. So when I did the calculations, and we will double check as we go, that is going to be 18 separate oil productions is what we're going to need. They're $240,000 each. So that's going to be over $4 million just in oil productions. And obviously we can do that over time. Like, we don't have to buy them all at once. We can slowly get, a few every year. But that's why the starting, the beginning here, these first few months of doing contracts and really maximizing how much money we make is going to be important, because for the way that line of credit mod works, if we get this up to, let's use a round number. We get up to $100,000 in our bank account by January 1st. When we take the line of credit out, the max we should be able to get then is going to be $80,000. So it's like an 80% collateral there based on, the goods that we have and the money that we have. So the higher we get, the more the line of credit will be. So we, then finishing that thought is that gives us $180,000 to start with. So I did add a few things to help us out. If we look at the used vehicle section here, there's a ton in here. So there is a mod that adds used vehicles at random prices and discounts. So we'll be checking this frequently for good deals and seeing if there's things that we can purchase and then to help us out. And then also, I have no idea, guys. This might be too hard. 10 years might be not enough time for this. And this is kind of one of those that we'll say we failed if we hit year 11 and we haven't done it, but I want to keep going, and I want this to kind of be a slower playthrough than the chicken challenge was. Kind of the main thing I'm going to do on the channel for a while. And we'll see how quick we move through it. The early years, we might move a lot faster because there won't be as much to do. But once there's more things to do on the farm, we'll definitely be passing time less frequently than we did in the chicken challenge. No way we're doing 2 years per video. That was a little bit too much. Lesson learned. It was awesome to get through that one super fast, but not necessarily the best for me. So I digress. Let's get this done. Get on to the next one. Okay, contract is done. After today's episode, I want to hear from you guys. I think turning off precision farming on this map's what we're going to have to do. But let's see what else we got contract-wise. Let's keep rolling. This is super important. So we could do spraying, 26 acres, cost of materials, it's saying about 3,700. We could do this other weeding. I think we're going to skip some time because I don't feel like doing weeding or spraying or fertilizer is going to really be beneficial to us because of the way that is. But let's get through this. We'll, yeah, we don't have anywhere to live right now, so we'll just 360 minutes a time or whatever this is. I'll see you guys in September and we'll take a look at contracts. And got a little aggressive there. We need to let the map update. And yeah, the soybeans looking good here. Growing nice in Walter's Field. Was that Walter's Field we did that contract for? Maybe. And now we come over here. I don't see the discount, so I don't know that that part is actually working. That's unfortunate. All right, contract time. Not looking good. Let's see if we can get a few more to show up here. We do have a plowing contract. We got to do it. We don't like plowing, but we got to do it. Nice fence here. So this is a good time to kind of take a look at the line of credit mod and show you what we mean. So right now, let's do a combo here. Our net worth. Oh boy, we need to write this down right now, because I need to. This is the issue with the net worth mod. I might have to do some debugging. This is why I haven't released it to you guys yet. So some of the buildings it's seeing and vehicles it's seeing as ours. So what do we have in stock? Nothing. So yeah, this is a good opportunity for me to test things, but I'm going to write this number down. Taking a look at the line of credit, if we apply for a line of credit right now, the max we could get is 27,000. So as our dollar amount starts to increase, we will definitely see the max amount we can take out increase. So that's what we're looking for here. Make as much money as possible so that we can get as much of a head start as possible in January, when we do finally get the ability to unlock that line of credit based off of the rules we've set up. And where are we headed here? Not too far, just straight south. It's a nice rectangularly shaped field. Shouldn't be too hard to get that plowed. Wow, that was quite the route here. And yep, this is gonna be a struggle. I believe, I mean, I guess we just start locking in place. I am gotta be the worst when it comes to this. Lock into place. I guess we're good here. And I guess if we do this right, we don't even need to do the headlands. We just do ups and downs. And we could rotate, but I think this is how we'd want to do it right now. And then we would rotate when we turn around. All right, I'll see you guys on the other side. We are going to use speed override in this series. And I always limit myself to what the kilometer number would be. So we'll lock that in at 12. And that'll be the limitation for speed override, but I do want to get things done a little bit quicker than default speed, just because that's how I like to play. I'll see you on the other side. 98 complete. We are just about done with this contract. Not even 11 o'clock yet. I think we'll have to turn around just for a little bit and do some plowing the other direction, and then we'll hit that 100%. Oh, we did it right there. Perfect. Let's turn it in. And that's another contract complete, bringing our total up to $42,000. Let's sort this by net profit. Spraying, fertilizing, spraying, fertilizing. All right, I think, yeah, that's all we're going to be able to do this month, unless let's hit new a couple times, see if anything pops up here. Let's group them by type. Another plowing. Yeah, I think let's skip some time here. And in the morning here, let's take a look, see if not as many things to sell. So it started out hot, now there's less. I mean, this would be kind of sweet to start with, but we don't have 75,000, and then we'd probably be limited to what we can do on it. So nothing super exciting there. There we go. There's our profitable ones. I want net profit to be the highest. We're going to harvest some soybeans. Let's borrow these items. Field 32 again. Before we do this, let's go ahead and save. And I'm going to disable precision farming. I thought it was field 32. Field 32 must be another one that we could grab if we finish this in time. But we'll head on out to field 5, get this harvest started. And this is going to be our first real big money contract. The weeding one is pretty good too, but come here, 32,000. Looks like we have to deliver 54,000 liters. And then after that, we'll make profit off of it. Pretty slick. Keeping an eye on these fields and seeing if any of them look like ones that we might want to buy. And one of the... we're going to have to shut off traffic. Just not going to be able to maneuver around this map with traffic, especially with just one way like that. We might turn it on later, but rough. But there's our field. Let's find a good entry to the field so we can get this harvest started. Looks like it is right here. So we will go ahead and leave the trailer there on the road. Traffic's off, so it shouldn't affect anything. We will have to probably maneuver around it when we get the semi over here. Unfill the harvester, unload it, and away we go. Start taking care of these headlands. And I do believe that you can drop straw for soybeans on this. Not that it'll matter here doing a contract. We don't have a way to bale it up. Yes, it does. So it allows you to. So we could, once we get money and have a baler, if we do these contracts, we could make extra money off of the straw. I think that's part of the better contracts mod. It allows us to do that. And we're going to go ahead and see what speed override is. 10. We're going to go 8, though. We'll go 9. That seems to be the speed I like to do. 8 miles an hour is what we'll do. It feels good to me. Let's get busy. All right, one time around the headland, and we're at 72% full, so not the best yield. Pretty big size field, but also a good size hopper in this harvester. So we'll start doing some ups and downs here. Not really sure the best course of action here, but we will figure it out on this field. It's definitely the first one we've been in that I'll be eyeing for one of ours. I always end up with these fields on the end of the map. Let's see how much this one's worth. See if this is realistic at first. 310, probably not. But if we did start over here, we could get a 71,000 with farm field number 4, which might not be bad to aim towards. Attacking this corner of the map might be a good opportunity for us. So we get a little bit farther into this. I'll go get the semi and the trailer, start unloading it. But I have a feeling we'll be able to do a couple ups and downs here before we're full. Well, maybe not. We're almost full now. I do want to kind of weave around this way. We'll probably stop right here, but I'm going to finish this back side of the field first. Let's go ahead and lift and shut off the header. And that should be enough room. Oh, not a bad sized trailer we're working with here. All right, just heading up the field where we opened it up at. And yeah, this is a good sized field. Did it say the 37 acres? So we are doing a pretty large harvest. I don't know if we'll get a second one in October. And let's see how this does to the capacity of the trailer. Front bay is full. The middle is almost full. Okay, not bad. So we should be able to get one more load here. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna finish this back side of the field here first, and then we'll start heading back down to the bulk of the field behind us. Should be a pretty good approach. Let's get her done. And heading back down the field, probably finish up this right side here pretty quick too. And starting this other pass here, and we should fill up on it. You can see what we have left to do. It says 51% done. I do believe it. Seems like we are about halfway there. So this should be a pretty good one. We're making good time. I'm hoping we can get one more harvest in. We'll definitely be able to get one more. It's just how big of a harvest we'll be able to pick based on how much time's left in October. But this should be pretty promising. This is going to most likely, I don't remember the amount, but I'm pretty sure it's going to double our balance here. Pretty nice. So we'll get this filled up, and then I probably will spend a little bit of money on a worker just while I'm going back and forth to sell the soybeans. And I think that'll be a way to do it. I don't want to burn too much cash on that. I think that's the wise call. So let's go ahead and get this to 100%. Go ahead and get the pipe prepped here. And then we'll get the semi over here, get it dropped off for our first selling event here. And that'll give us a good indicator of how much left on the next trip to sell we're going to need. Hopefully flipping off precision farming didn't mess up this contract. I was a little bit halfway through here, started to think about that. But the yield seems to be good enough for the numbers. I believe we need 52,000 liters is what the better contracts was telling us. Oh, there's more capacity in there than I thought. That's not bad. That's pretty awesome. So this might not get all the way full, but I think it might make sense either way to sell it right now. Hopefully this is the right spot. No, it's not. Why is it circled then? Pit 2, is this the right spot? Okay, there we go. Well, that was scary, but now we know we got to pull forward to pit 2. That was 27%. Interesting decision here, having two sales locations in the same spot. Now we're at 44%. And hopefully we didn't sell too much there. We did stop it pretty quick, but that's going to get us at 68% transported. So absolutely going to be successful on this contract and make some extra cash. Let's get back, get it done. Try to keep making good time here. And we're back at it. Shouldn't be too much longer before we get this field finished. Stay focused, get her done. You know, being that this is a contract, we probably shouldn't be leaving little bits out there. We need to really maximize our money right now. So we're gonna swing through, grab this little spot here, and then this little spot that we missed as well. Go ahead and raise that and drive a little bit quicker to get back over there. But I think let's finish this back area so we don't have to come back here. We're getting close to the end of this harvest. Looks like there's a little speck we're gonna miss, which we'll get. But yeah, we're gonna fill this back up. We'll get the semi over here. Is it gonna get it all? It is. Nice. And then we will finish the harvest. Definitely, like I said, it's only going to be 2 selling events for this, which isn't bad. I don't think we will quite fit everything in here, but we'll give it a shot. Not bad. That's good. That is a good problem. All right, let's get the semi over here. Now you can see this little area back here, back corner, is what we'll have to finish harvesting. Nice. We might get done by 1, which would be ideal. Gives us a lot of time left in the day. All right, let's get her unloaded. Back at it to finish the harvest. 94% done. Love it. All right, we are done with the harvest. Another 1,800 liters. I think I'm just going to cruise on over to the semi to unload it. We got to go that way with the semi anyways. Looks like we will have 21,500 more liters to sell here. And let's make sure we pull far enough forward. And got our second icon to pop up. Here we go. And hopefully this goes up to 100% real fast for us. There it is. All right, money's coming in. Everything in this second bay is going to be ours. Bring that dollar amount up. Hit 50. Come on, hit 50. 48,000. We'll take it. We will take it. Let's turn in this contract. Marked as complete. All right, not bad for a first day. I think this is where we're going to take a break. 77,000, pretty much $78,000 in our name. It's not even 1 o'clock yet, so we'll be able to get another contract in. Next episode, we will finish October, November, and December, most likely, and see what that line of credit and our budget's going to be to start our own farm. Socksway up. Thanks for hanging out. I will catch you on the next episode.